You decided to change your life. You whispered your dreams to the universe, and you believed for the first time in a long time that maybe, just maybe, something bigger was listening. You asked for love. You asked for success. You asked for healing, and you were ready, or so you thought. But then something strange happened. Instead of life getting better, it got harder. The people closest to you started acting differently. Unexpected problems began surfacing. Emotions you thought you'd buried long ago came rushing back. This is where most people turn back. They think the process isn't working. They think the universe has ignored them. But this moment, this confusion, this chaos isn't the end. It's the beginning. Because the universe doesn't just hand you what you ask for. It reshapes you into the version of yourself who can actually receive it. That's what no one tells you. Manifestation isn't magic. It's metamorphosis, the universe's hidden process. We live in a world driven by instant results. Click a button, get what you want, ask, and expect the answer immediately. But the universe doesn't work like that, because true manifestation isn't about getting something. It's about becoming someone. The version of you who lives the life you've asked for is not the version of you who made the request. This is why intermediate steps exist. They are not delays. They are alignments. When you say, I want a deep, loving relationship, the universe asks, can you let go of the ones that are no longer aligned? When you say, I want wealth and abundance, the universe whispers, are you ready to shed your scarcity mindset? You don't just receive the new frequency. You are asked to release the old one. And that's where the discomfort begins. These aren't obstacles. These are cosmic assessments, tests, not to punish you, but to prepare you. The universe doesn't withhold what you want. It checks to see if you're truly ready to hold it. Will you trust the process even when it doesn't look like progress? Will you stay aligned even when everything around you starts to shift? These are the moments where your future is decided, not by fate, but by your willingness to evolve. The illusion of opposing events. Have you ever noticed that right after you declare a powerful desire, life seems to fall apart? You ask for clarity, confusion multiplies. You seek love and feel more alone. You pray for abundance and bills come knocking. It feels like the universe isn't listening, or worse, it's mocking you. But what if it's doing exactly what you asked? You see, there's a strange paradox in manifestation. Before life aligns with your vision, it often confronts you with the opposite of what you desire. This isn't punishment, it's purification. When you ask for strength, you're not given strength. You're given challenges to reveal it. When you ask for peace, you're not handed silence. You're shown all the chaos you've been clinging to. The contrast is not contradiction. It's confirmation. The discomfort is not denial. It's divine preparation. The moment you declare your desire, you trigger a response from the unseen realms. The reality you're moving toward begins collapsing the one you're standing in. And as those walls fall, it feels like everything is going wrong. But in truth, everything is going right. You are not being pushed away from your desire. You are being drawn through the fire, so that when you arrive, you're no longer carrying the version of you who wasn't ready. Don't fear the opposite. Welcome it. Because in the divine dance of creation, the opposite is not resistance. It's recalibration, the inner rebellion. There comes a moment in every transformation when you feel torn in half. One side of you wants to rise. The other wants to survive. This is the inner rebellion, as the war between the old self and the new self. The old self is comfortable in chaos. It knows the pain. It trusts the patterns. It has mastered suffering and fears peace. So, the moment you reach for something higher, it fights back, not because it hates you, but because it fears extinction. Suddenly, you'll feel tired. Doubt will return. Old temptations reappear. People from the past call out. It feels like you're going backward. But here's the hidden truth. Resistance means progress. The old self only resists when it senses death, and it fights hardest right before it crumbles. If you're feeling fear, heaviness, confusion, you are touching the edge of a breakthrough. This is not failure. This is the final grip of who you used to be. The pain is not punishment. It's a purification. And the resistance, it's not a wall. It's a signpost that says you're on the path. So do not turn back when the fear comes. Do not surrender to the weight of the old. Let it scream. Let it pull. Let it burn. Because when it burns, the new you is being born, passing the test. Every desire you declare sets something in motion, not just in the external world, but deep within you. The moment you ask for more, the universe begins to shape you into the version who can receive it. But before the reward comes the test. These tests are not punishments. They are confirmations, not obstacles, but thresholds. They ask you one thing. Are you really ready? The challenge is not meant to stop you. It's meant to transform you, to push you to embody the version of yourself who already has what you asked for. That version walks with trust. That version holds the frequency, even in the dark. When you are tested, do not ask, why is this happening? Ask instead, what is this shaping me into? Your job is to respond like the version who already received the answer, to think like them, to act like them, to carry yourself as if it's already done. That's the secret. You don't wait for the outcome to become the person. You become the person, and the outcome follows. When you pass the test, you don't just receive a new reality. You become it, living as if. The greatest shift happens not when your reality changes, but when you do. When you start living as if it's already done, as if you are already abundant, already loved, already powerful, because in truth, you are. This isn't pretending, it's embodiment. The version of you who has the life you desire, that version already exists in thought, in vibration, in possibility. And when you act from that energy, you pull that version into the now. Follow this thought experiment. Close your eyes. Imagine your future self, the one who's already living your dream life. How do they wake up in the morning? How do they speak? How do they move through the world? What do they tolerate? What do they release? How do they respond when life tests them? Begin a conversation with this self. Let them guide your choices. Ask them, how would you handle this? What would you let go of? What would you no longer chase? This is not imagination. This is alignment. Your future self is not separate from you. They are a frequency, waiting for you to rise and meet them. When you live as if it's already done, the universe responds, because in that moment, it is done. How to handle the shift. Transformation rarely arrives gently. It comes as a storm inside, unsettling everything you thought was stable, navigating emotional upheaval. As your inner world shifts, expect waves of emotion, fear, doubt, frustration, even grief. These are the cracks forming in your old self, making space for the new you to emerge. Feel these emotions fully. Do not push them away or bury them, but remember, they are temporary visitors, not permanent residents. Responding with faith instead of fear. When fear tries to take hold, meet it with faith. Faith in the unseen process. Faith in your own inner strength. Faith in the universe's timing. Faith is the steady flame that guides you through darkness, the quiet assurance that this upheaval is part of your becoming. Choose faith over fear. Anchor yourself in trust. Let your heart whisper, I am being transformed. I am on my true path. The storm will pass. Your true self will rise, and your reality will forever be changed. celebrating small wins. Change isn't always loud or dramatic. Often, it whispers through small victories, moments of growth you might easily overlook. Why every shift matters. Every small step forward is a breakthrough, a tiny shift in thought, a new choice, a moment when you resist old patterns. These are the building blocks of transformation. Celebrate these shifts because they are the proof that you are evolving, even when the big changes feel distant. Honoring the process, not just the result. Too often, we focus only on the destination, the final outcome we want to see. But true growth happens in the journey itself. Honor the process, the struggle, the lessons hidden in every challenge. This is where real transformation lives. When you celebrate small wins, you fuel your faith, deepen your patience, and cultivate a lasting connection with your evolving self. Remember, every small win is a spark. Together, they ignite the fire of your rebirth. The universe is not just granting your wishes, it is sculpting you, shaping your mind, heart, and soul into the person who can truly live the reality you desire. Manifestation is not magic, it's metamorphosis, a deep inner transformation where every challenge, every test, every moment of resistance is a step toward becoming your highest self. Embrace the process, trust the timing, keep aligning with who you are becoming, not just what you want to receive. This is the true power of manifestation, becoming the energy you wish to attract and living the life that energy creates. If this message resonated, remember to like, subscribe, and share. Your journey matters. Why? And we are here to walk it with you. Until next time, keep transforming, keep shining, and keep becoming.